Morning everyone, welcome to July. The boys are having well, they've just woken up obviously because I'm here, but that's where they seem to be waiting in the mornings. Sometimes Tommy's lying down. They're having a nice little time down there. So we've had some settled weather for a while, which is good. I have caught up on quite a few things, so I'll show you what we've been doing recently. And I've got a few jobs to do today, but most important, first thing is to ride Basil. So he and I are going to go off down the road. We've got a friend. Hi Days. How you doing? So as I say, Basil and I are going to go for a ride, and then when I get back they'll get their breakfast, and obviously I'll get Tommy in. So I'm going to catch Basil, although he'll probably come. He mostly comes to the gate, and I will see you then in a little while. Yes, here he comes. Here he comes. And Tommy usually stays down there because he knows I'll take Basil out. We had a good ride. It's gone really damp. It's not raining, but I went out in just this waistcoat and my arms are damp and my legs are damp as well, so it's really damp in the air. I guess it's a bit like riding through a cloud, so I suppose the cloud's really low. Hi Daisy. So Basil is now eating his breakfast. Daisy is just being annoying. And Tommy has eaten his breakfast. Haven't you? Haven't you, hey? So he's doing well at the moment. He's holding a little bit more weight than I'd like him to, certainly than when he came, but I think he's fine really. Not having any huge issues, are you? We are still restricting his grazing and Basil's. Tommy's not much more so. I think he's got a scratch. He did have a funny day. Basil's leg, you can just see his nose. Basil's leg is a lot better. He's been fine. Tommy had a funny day. I'm not quite sure what he did. I assume he did something in the stable one day, because when I came to put him out, this off hind here sort of locked at the fetlock and he couldn't bend it, and then it sort of did a big click and he moved and he walked out, and then it did it again. But I've decided not to call the vet and just to let him out and move on it overnight and potter around and see how it was in the morning. And actually he's a lot better in the morning. So whether he has an old injury on there that from when he was rescued or what, I don't know, or whether it was just a one-off and he just hurt himself in the stables. There was no visible mark, no swelling or anything like that, so we obviously will have to watch him very carefully. I've always thought he was a little bit stiff on his back legs for a pony that wasn't that old, so I think he may have problems as he gets older. But now he's been here for 4 years, and they thought he was about 8 or 9 when he came, so that means he's 12 or 13 now. So you're not a spring chicken anymore, are you? Hey? You're a funny monkey, aren't you? You've got a funny nose. You've got a funny nose. Dirty teeth, say. Hey? You make me chuckle. You make me laugh. Hey? But he's a different pony to the one that came 4 years ago. We still have our little issues, like the fact that we won't be caught in the field, but he's not difficult to look after. Obviously not that much is demanded of him really, but he's very good for the farrier. He's good to worm if I need to worm him. He's fine for the vet when he has his injections. He's nice in the stable to handle. Obviously I put the head collar on him to lead him out every day. I don't want to get out of the habit of him having a head collar on and off. He doesn't make much mess in the stable. So really he's very easy to look after. I'm not quite sure what he keeps doing to this patch at the back here. I don't know what it is or how he does it. Whether Basil can reach him over the fence, I think it's unlikely. But he's got a big patch that's hairless. And it hasn't been scabby or anything, so there's nothing in the field he can be rubbing it on, so he's doing it to himself, I think, probably. Which is a little bit odd. Anyway, it doesn't seem to be causing him huge grief, but he's just seemed to be biting the hair off. It was getting better, and he seems to have just done that again overnight, or this morning. Anyway, he's ready for a nap. Basil's, as you probably heard, doing a wee, and he looks so shiny at the moment. He's wearing his fly rug, and I think that makes him shine more. Does your fly rug make you really shine? Does it? I think it probably does. And he's pretty well at the moment. Are you pretty well? Touch wood. His breathing's a lot better at the moment as well, so that's good news. So we're having a nice time at the moment, aren't we, Basil? Yeah? Ready for a sleep? You may be able to tell that I have now jet washed the yard as well. So both Basil and Tommy's stables have been jet washed out, and they've all had totally new beds, which you'll probably see better later. But you can see that he's got all bright shavings. Have you got all bright shavings too? As has Tommy. So the yards have all been jet washed now as well. So today I need to clear out the drains, because obviously I can't jet wash when they're in. So I jet wash in the evening, and I was too tired by the time I'd finished to clear out the drains. So I need to clear out both drains. This one won't be too bad, but the other one will be pretty horrible, I should imagine, because all the yuck out of their stables will have gone down there. So that's not a pleasant job for today. Field wise, I'm still gradually moving them across. So there's a corner resting now. I'm going to move it, Tommy, a little bit more today across, and then Basil's going across as well. Tommy has a very funny shaped bit at the moment because there was quite a lot of grass at the bottom corner, so I didn't want to give him much, so he's done quite a good job of trimming that down, which is good news. This side has been mown again because it keeps growing and we just got so much grass, and so has the back here, but it has grown like mad again. The arena, I have trimmed down the hedge all the way down the side now because it was getting a bit overgrown across the arena, and obviously Baz and I need to be able to go down the side when we're out there, and we've trimmed around the edges, so it looks much smarter, although it keeps growing. So I've also got to do some poo picking today, in a little while. This big section here there's not that much poo in there, to be honest, and it's been a poo area for a long time, but I need to tackle it. I think next year, this middle section of the field, we're going to have a really serious big tackle of it. I've cut down all the flowers from the docks. Well, I say all, I think there's probably a few I missed, but most of them, so hopefully they can't drop their seeds to have more next year. And as I say, you know, I think really got to try and tackle this middle section this year. The section on the left looks very nice, very smart, almost like a lawn, but this middle section I need to try and improve next year. It is a constant battle of rotation, I think, really. And the other thing I want to get done today is just give their windows a wipe because they look a bit grotty. So I'm just going to leave them in peace now for a short while, to have a little sleep, and then we'll get on with the poo picking. So I'll update you in a bit. That's it then. I've done all the poo in the field, and it was raining to start with, and now it's gone so warm and muggy, and my hair's all anyway. So that's that done. I'm going to do the other two jobs, so the windows and the drains, when I put the horses out later on this evening. So they're having a nice, they've had a nap and now they're eating. Are you munching, Tom? Oh boy. So we will see you later. Here we are then, back again. I've just given them their tea. It's not turned into a lovely day, to be honest. There was a tiny bit of sunshine at one point, but it has stopped sort of raining, so it's a little bit windy, not very, a bit windy, but they're eating, aren't you? Eating? Always eating. Okay. Oh, and I've just given Tommy his hay for the morning, so now he's eating that. So much better than what he had this morning. You silly. Got another tickle. So I'm just going to check the weather forecast for tonight, and then put, I think, Basil's fly rug on, and then Tommy will be ready to go out. So I will see you when they're all in the field and I can do my other jobs for the day. I think Tommy might have realised I've moved the fence, because he's suddenly started striding off. Oh no, maybe not. I thought he had, but he hasn't. He's got to go further before he finds new grass. Basil's just about finished his dinner now, so we'll put him out. How are you doing? Have you just about finished? Tidy up a little bit. I've decided to put Basil out without his rug on because it's a bit windy and it's not been particularly sunny. The flies aren't too bad today, so I thought he might enjoy having a nice roll in the mud. Not much mud, but in the soil, and getting rid of all his itches tonight. I thought he'd enjoy that. Doesn't get to do it in the winter except when I take him in the arena, so, and if he has this fly rug on all the time, he doesn't get to do it in the summer either. So just sometimes you go out and have a nice time, hey? It's very shiny. I've moved your fence as well, Basil. You'll find that in a little while. Anyway, mucking out now, and then the drains and the windows. I'll show you the windows, how bad they are, and then you'll be able to see how good they are in a minute. That's how bad they are. There we go then, the windows look better. Not perfect, because I haven't done them with window cleaner, just water, but they look a lot better than they did. And I've done the drains, and obviously the field, the stables, and Tommy has found his new grass, as you can see. Basil hasn't though. But to be honest, Basil has got plenty to munch on really anyway, so but the sun's come out now, so there are more flies, but I still think on the whole he will have a nice time out. He seems to have been bitten a few times anyway with the fly rug on, so yeah, he can have a nice night tonight. Scratching. And Tommy's over there. And to be honest, Basil didn't really have a fly rug until last year, because he's had them in the past, and then Chesney just used to wreck them, so we gave up. So I think he can manage. Well, that's it for July. I will see you soon. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, bye.